commentary for us. Tom, you're at the ground, my friend. What's going on, pal?
I am indeed, yeah. Same as I was obviously last week against West Brom, but hoping for a better result tonight. Yeah, the teams have just, I presume, getting ready to come out into the tunnel now. They've just done the pre-match routines, and yeah, rain's coming down quite nicely. Hoping for something to cure all of our sore heads after
Tom, you're at the ground, my friend.
Day.
What's going on?
So yeah,
so what's your
fingers crossed for a good performance.
The biggest news in the last 24 hours is obviously the lads contracting COVID, positive tests to Walker and Jesus. So who's playing instead? We've got Ake at left back and Cancelo at right back, haven't we, for replacement of Walker?
Yeah, and then obviously Ferran Torres continuing in that number 9 role, which he played against Southampton. I thought he played quite well against Southampton as well. So yeah, Ake at left back surprised me a little bit. I thought Mendy would be the obvious sort of replacement, given the fact that he is a left back, and obviously he's been playing relatively well as of late. So I was surprised when I saw Ake on the team sheet. Well, so I like Ake. So yeah, he's a consistent enough player. He wasn't great against West Brom, but yeah, I think he'll do all right today. I think we're going to see a lot of the ball obviously again today, and I think if you're talking with the ball at their feet, I'd say Ake's slightly better than Mendy in that respect. So yeah, we should be all right today. I was quite surprised by the Gundogan-Rodri lineup again.
Yeah, double pivot.
I thought we'd see Bernardo play centrally tonight with Mahrez out on the right and Raheem on the left. But yeah, who am I to question Pep? So fingers crossed it works. Gundogan's played well of late. I'm not Gundogan's biggest fan, but he's been one of our best players recently. So yeah, the lad's just coming over to the bench now. Obviously plays in the tunnel on Fat Boy Slimman in the background.
Love a bit of Fat Boy Slim.
This would be 54,000 people ready for kick-off, but instead it's us.
So let's drop
journalists.
Let's drop the question to everyone on Facebook and YouTube and wherever else you're watching from. Hello and good evening. What scores everyone going for? Neil Horrell's going for a 4-0 City win. What do you reckon, Tom? What's your prediction for tonight?
I'm hopeful again tonight. I was hopeful against West Brom, but I'm more hopeful tonight. I think the win against Arsenal in the week was big for confidence-wise. Taking chances as well, which we've not done all season. We had about 5 good chances and scored 4. So yeah, I think a big win tonight. I'm going 5-0 City.
Oh yeah, that was a bold statement. We need a bold statement from the team today, don't we? Paul Glennon, how are we doing, Paul? 3-1 City, I like that. Jane Livesey, 4-1. I hope we're doing okay. That's we're really. You know what? I'm not feeling worried tonight. I'm not feeling worried tonight at all. That's worries me to say a lot. Yeah. Sam Baxter 2-0. Yeah, we can do this. Pam Park, hiya Pam. Good luck City. We can do this. We definitely can. I'm expecting us to score tonight. I'm expecting a number of goals. I'm really looking forward to watching Torres tonight. I think he's going to have a big part to play today. Was there any surprises in the team sheet for you?
The only one surprise, which if you can call it a surprise, is the fact that obviously Cole Palmer's in the squad, which is nice to see. But yeah, there wasn't. I think with the exception of Ake starting over Mendy, I think there wasn't.
Oh, your sound's going a bit wonky there, pal.
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh, there you go. Now? Yeah, I can hear you. That's fine.
I was just saying that the only surprise was Palmer for me, and obviously Ake started. Apart from that, I think it's pretty much as you were. Like I said, I would have liked to see Bernardo central, but I'm not surprised to see Gundogan and Rodri start together either.
No, I think unfortunately, Gundogan and Rodri, I don't think they're getting enough credit for what they're doing at the moment. I think what we need to realise is we're absolutely solid at the back. If we're solid at the back and we start scoring goals, we're gonna do really well this season. So I don't really have any complaints with either of them playing. I know Rodri's coming for a bit of criticism, hasn't he, the last couple of weeks, which I don't know is fair or not. What's your thoughts on that?
I've said this before on the show, and I think I'm a big fan of Rodri as a footballer. I'm still not sold on him as a Premier League footballer. I think he's very good. I think he's a Pep Guardiola player, massively, similar to Busquets at Barcelona and sort of Javi Martinez at Bayern Munich, in that he's a big, solid man. He'll win a tackle and sort of. I'm just not sold on whether or not I can see him being our holding midfielder for the next 10 years, replacing Fernandinho. I think for me, I prefer that smaller sort of nimble midfielder who covers a lot of ground. Rodgers doesn't do that so much, but like I said, there's no question his ability as a footballer. But
Wasn't it good to see Fernandinho the other day? He just looked flawlessly good. I just wish he was 10 years younger.
Well, I've had to quieten down because we've got our yearly in memoriam sort of minute silence for the players. So I can't do
Just doing a minute silence now, Blues. So we'll observe this from our point of view.
Across 2020.
This is for they do this every Boxing Day game at the Etihad. It's for people that have related to City that have lost their lives over the previous year. Come on, Blue Boys. So, observing the minute silence there. Hope everyone's doing right. So, we've got no Kyle Walker tonight, no Jesus tonight. Where are you thinking the goals are coming from? Hiya, Chris. How are we doing, Laney, pal? Happy Christmas to you. Hope you and yours had a good day. Neil Horrell. Win tonight, put City in 5th position. That'd be amazing. That'd be very well welcomed.
Both sets of players.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot. I'll jump back in at half time to have a chat about the first half.
Alright, Tom, we'll speak to you later, pal.
See you in a bit.
Cheers, bye. How we doing, Dan? Happy Christmas,
hello, there we go.
Happy Christmas, pal.
Happy Christmas. You're right. Sorry about that. It's been a bit manic.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah, just got some brilliant news. I'm ready to go.
What's the
my grandma had a heart attack.
Yes.
She had her operation on Christmas Eve, and she's been given the all clear to moving back into the ward out of intensive care tomorrow. So
amazing.
Absolutely spot on news to go into tonight.
Absolutely fantastic. That's what I like to see. You're down with a smile on his face. That always makes me happy.
How's your head this morning?
It's absolutely
this evening, even
rotten to the core, mate. I was so drunk yesterday. I can't even describe to you how I'm still awake. Oh, I probably should have a drink. Right, I'm gonna love you and leave
you. Hangover.
Max is gonna absolutely destroy me if I don't go and play with him. But we'll just give you the team news before we kick off. Oh, we're kicking off very soon. Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Stones, Ake, Gundogan, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne is captain, Bernardo, Torres, and Sterling. So, what's your thoughts on the game, pal?
Still sticking with my 5-0 win. Hopefully, we can batter him and capitalise on some drop points from the teams above us today. So that would be very good results for us today. So fingers crossed we can top it off for 3 points.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. That would be very nice. Have we kicked off yet? We're very close to it.
We have. Yeah. 30 seconds in.
Right, I'm going to cut this. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll speak to you later on this afternoon, this evening, whatever. And I might even have a drink in my hand. You never know. Good lad. That's what we like to see. Cure to any hangover, more drink. Right, I'll see you soon, pal. Catch you in a bit. See you in a bit. Evening Blues, it's me, Dan. Yeah, I'm back for once. You know, it's been a few games since I was last doing a live commentary. Thank you for joining us. Hope you've all had an absolutely belting Christmas. I know I have. Nice lazy one with the family. First one with my little lad. But it's you're here for a live commentary on the City game versus Newcastle. However,
I'm going to start off with some bad news. Newcastle are well on top in the opening first minute. It's been all Newcastle against City at the moment. As always, you know me, I like to hear your thoughts, your opinions, who your man of the match is so far. Keep your thoughts coming on the game. What's very good, what needs to be improved. Just your general overview of the game, Blues. Let me know your thoughts on Gabriel Jesus and Kyle Walker, obviously missing out of a COVID, positive COVID test. Positive COVID test. But heck, I've been out the news for a few times now. But keep your thoughts coming in, Blues. I'll just get my my screen with the comments loaded up. As always, anybody sharing the live links to these games will be banned and called an absolute tool. You know me, I hate people like you. Watch it legally or don't watch it at all and get off our page. Do apologise about the hair. I haven't got around to having it cut or doing anything about it, so I'm going for the 90s dodgy look. But yeah, Blues, hope everyone's well. Keep your comments coming through and I'll go through them as soon as I get it up, if I can. City kicking off from left to right. 2.5 minutes in, scoreline remains 0-0. Just bear with me. Like I said, hope everyone is very well today. Let's have a look. Right, there we go. Scotty, how you doing, pal? Walker, been having dirties all over again. I'm not saying anything, mate. Just let me know your views on it rather than what caused it. But it would surprise me if some of his parties were knocking about, including in there. Laney, how you doing? The 90s look. You know, I'm a very old-fashioned kind of guy. I sit in a garage doing airfix models, for Christ's sake. So, yeah, I'm a very old folk when it comes like that. Lorraine, how you doing? Derek's going for a 4-0 City win. Ooh, liking that prediction. I've gone for a 5-0 one myself, Lorraine. So, fingers crossed the scorelines reflect both our views. But, yeah, Blues. Anyway, City trying to play a ball through there to Raheem Sterling on the right. And it goes all the way through and out for a goal kick from what I saw then. Just tuning in. But yeah, hope everyone's well. Remember to keep your thoughts and opinions coming in on the game. I'll, of course, do in the commentary as it goes as Carl Darlow kicks it out from the goal kick. Finds the Newcastle head. However, Rodri is back in line to win the ball for City. However, Newcastle comes straight away with it. And Almiron's breaking into the penalty box for Newcastle. Chips the ball across. Callum Wilson was there for the header. But the City... not Callum Wilson, sorry. I don't know who that is. But he cuts it out and City come away with the ball. However, a clumsy challenge by number 21, Ferran Torres, wins a free kick to Newcastle. I think it's Matty Longstaff going down. Ferran Torres just both feet off the air, not dives in, but uses his strength and knocks Longstaff to the ground. And it is a free kick to Newcastle. Scotty, it can happen to anyone, I suppose. Not going to call him out for it. This is Walker and Jesus. Nothing else. 3-1. I presume that's Walker and Jesus. As the ball lofted in, Edison comes out and catches gracefully. Well, nothing else. 3-1 City. Sterling, Torres, and Aguero with a late sub goal. Ooh, that'd be nice to see. Nat, how are you doing? 4-0 City. Ooh, another 4-0. A lot of people going for a 4-0 victory today. I seem to be the only one going for 5. Anybody want to up there as 4-0s to 5 and join me in that boat? I think it'll be a high-scoring game for City. Of course, Nathan Ake filling the void for left back, left by Cancelo. I don't know what's up with Mendy and Zinchenko, whether they're not match ready. I know Zinchenko played the other night. But of course, Cancelo having to fill in for right back with Walker out through positive COVID tests. But of course, Ruben Diaz and John Stones starting that solid partnership at centre back. How many clean sheets have we had since those two come in? Ferran Torres with the ball forward to Raheem Sterling on the right, breaking into the play box, plays a cross ball into the direction of Ferran Torres. However, it's cut out by Fabian Schär for Newcastle out for a City corner. It's a bright attack there. It was a ball played across. Newcastle cleared it only as far as Ferran Torres, who fed the ball through to Raheem Sterling. João Cancelo, sorry, who fed the ball through to Raheem Sterling and the ball into Ferran Torres. Found the Newcastle man first and out for a corner. Lorraine's going for 5-0. Thank you very much, Lorraine. Kevin De Bruyne to take the corner, right-footed, whipped in, headed there. Oh, there are plenty of City lads there to try and knock the ball there. But Newcastle come away with it. Raheem Sterling using his defensive capabilities and his power to get back and win the ball back for City. And it goes all the way back to Edison in net. So fast start for both teams. think things are just starting to settle now. City a lot on the ball now. We seem to have the last couple of chances. Shame no goal as yet, but you never know. It might come early, as we like to score early goals. Gundogan edging in for a 50-50 challenge there over Newcastle, come away with the ball cleared up forward as far as Nathan Ake, who's just going to let that run through to the graceful arms of Ederson in goal. So yeah, Blues. What's everyone's thoughts on the Arsenal game then? I know there was a few comments left out at the last minute before I ended before we ended the talk on it all. What were your thoughts on the game? Was that 4-1 win the start of the goal getting? Do you reckon we can score and continue to score a lot more goals now? I think the goal fest is about to come now over the Christmas period. Is Gundogan under a lot of challenge from the Newcastle players? Fabian Schär clears to Newcastle, and as far as Rodri just decides to block the Newcastle man off. John Stones retains possession for City, and here is Ruben Diaz playing to John Stones. The City just calm it down on the ball. Here's Rodri pushing forward, plays it out left to Nathan Ake. Has to run a little bit to get to that ball before it goes out of play, but he gets there. The Dutchman brings it infield to Ruben Diaz. Looking for that forward ball. Ruben Diaz is in the attacking midfield role currently. It shows how high City are up in the pitch, and he's the last man. So we're running a very, very high line, very deep in attack. John Stones on the right wing back position, feeds it into Rodri. However, Ruben Diaz has knocked back to make sure the defence is stable and Newcastle don't break. Nathan Ake on the far side. Paul Glenn, there was two staff as well. Yep, there was two backroom staff at City who also got it. They were on about that it was one of those who brought it into the club and had close contact with Jesus and Walker was the reason it was passed on. But of course, nobody really knows anymore. It just seems to pop up anywhere, this virus at the moment. It's really doing everybody's nutting. But unfortunately, it's about and these things happen. But yeah, those two miss out. Newcastle start attack of their own through Matt Ritchie, I believe it is. Not sure. Got to get used to some of these Newcastle players' names. Scotty, happy with Ake over Mendy, plays left back nationally, so why not featured enough? Yeah. Well, he has been injured a few times, only in past few games, Nathan Ake, which is why he's been out. But he's starting to. This is his second game in 3 matches now, I think, for Nathan Ake. So, you know, when he first signed for City, he started very brightly. Definitely got a nudge in over John Stones at the time, and he's very versatile as a centre back. Obviously played left back and he's played left back a couple of times already this season. So yeah, it's nice to see a lad come back from injury and get straight back into it and not make too much of a fuss. But Joe Linton's on the deck at the moment. He seems to have got a knock on his right hip. Just going to see the replay here. It was John Stones that went up. There's not really anything in that. Let's see another replay here. John Stones grabbed Joe Linton on the right-hand side of his hip. I think he had a little pinch there. And he's gone down as if someone shot him. Not much in that, but there's obviously something being done there. Scotty, feel bad for Laporte being pushed out. He was class. He played all right against Arsenal. He did. No sweat about that. But it's a tough one. I know Laporte can fill in as left back. But I feel Nathan Ake, despite being a centre back, is a better fit as a left back for me. But of course, you can't drop either Ruben Diaz or John Stones at the moment. Those two have just been unplayable together. They've been absolutely spot on, and the amount of clean sheets that we've had recently, I think we've still got the best goals against ratio in the entire league still. So it's nice to see that we've finally got a centre back partnership that works well. And if that means the sacrifice of one man in Aymeric Laporte, as much as he was massive for us last season, so be it. I'd rather the team benefit than one man benefit, as harsh as that is. We're Man City, we're not Laporte. So it's tough to say, and it's harsh to say in aspect. He's a great player, especially on his day. But it is what it is, unfortunately. Lorraine, absolutely big results around the world of football in the Premier League for us today. World of football around the Premier League in the Premier League today. Obviously, United dropping 2 points against Leicester. That massively helps us because they were level on games with us. Obviously, played a game more before heading into this match. It means they're only 4 points clear ahead of us now. Win our game tonight. and we're going to go 1 point behind, level on games. So that's a massive, massive bonus for us. And of course, Arsenal doing us a favour, beating Chelsea by thrashing them 3-1 at the Emirates, which means Chelsea have now played, I think, 2 games in hand over City now, and only 2 points ahead, if I'm correct with that. So win today, we go a point ahead of them with a game in hand. So, you know, all being all, a win for us tonight will take us up to 4th position, which is brilliant. Here's Ruben Diaz on the ball right now after a pass from John Stones. Feeds it out left to Nathan Ake. City just playing along the centre-half line. Jane Chewin, how are we doing? Positive outcome tonight, 3 points needed. 3 points needed, 3 points I think we'll definitely gain, Jane. Gain Jane, hey. Sorry, it's been one of them days. It's been a very, very happy day for me today. Christmas was great yesterday, but today, absolute brilliant personal news. So I'm a very, very happy boy today. So even it has fingers crossed it doesn't happen, but even a loss won't get me down today. But yeah, I think I'm 100% sure that we'll get 3 points today. Touch wood. Here's Raheem Sterling on the edge of our penalty box doing some defensive work, holding up the play. Ferran Torres goes down under a challenge from Kieran. Is it Kieran Clark? Not Kieran Clark. Who is it? Kieran Clark? No, not Kieran Clark. I don't know who. Clark, anyway. One of the two. Wait, a Clark player for Newcastle fouls Ferran Torres and City have a free kick, which you take quickly. Here's João Cancelo. More centrally, it looks to me like City are playing more of a back three with João Cancelo tucking more centrally as he goes forward. So playing like a 3-3-1-3. It's an interesting formation. And Rodri seems to be the man that slots in a bit more. John Stones is playing more right back. When City are in defence, Rodri drops into a back 2. It works quite well actually because it allows João Cancelo, who's very technically gifted on the ball, push forward. It's nice to see a bit of a rotation about the formation. It's not the same old City that we're all complaining about in terms of the formation and the tactics. We're mixing it about a bit, giving players a bit more freedom in different positions and having a bit more of a solid back line. Rodri plays a crossfield ball to Nathan Ake on the far side, plays it further up the field to Bernardo Silva. Be interesting to see how he plays tonight. Kevin De Bruyne has been a bit quiet in the opening 13, 14 minutes. Ball play through, Raheem Sterling to the penalty box under a lot of pressure. Can get the shot away, lays it off, and he's found the back of the net through Ilkay Gundogan. Raheem Sterling did absolutely brilliantly there, taking it into the penalty box, holding the ball up well. Newcastle players are going down left, right, and all over ahead of him, stopping the shot. Instead, Raheem Sterling doesn't let the blood go to his head, keeps the ball in his possession, doesn't have a shot, waits for the pass to come through, finds Ilkay Gundogan a bit more centrally, and Ilkay Gundogan tucks the ball in the bottom right-hand corner of the net, and it's 1-0 to Manchester City. Raheem Sterling well onside. Just seen the replay here. Four Newcastle players, including the goalkeeper, are blocking Raheem Sterling's view on the goal. He just stood his background, laid it off to Ilkay Gundogan, who right-footed slots into the corner of the net. 1-0 City, 14 minutes played. Get in, Blues. That's how we start. That's how we go. Come on. And a goal for Ilkay Gundogan. Laney, eat your heart out, pal. He's back. The sleeping tablet has scored a goal. Absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look. So did I say 1-1? Sorry, Neil. Yeah, it was 2-2. Sorry, I do apologise. Paul Glennon, a lucky 3-0 to us, obviously. A lucky 3-0. Go on, Paul. Your best mate, Edison's in there. We're going to score 5. Paul Glenn, absolutely. I love a settled back line. Is that with Edison involved, or would you prefer Stefan on tonight, Paul? Cheers, Scotty. Means a lot, that, pal. Obviously, when I mentioned it, so yeah, absolutely brilliant news for a personal stance. So thank you for that, pal. City on the ball already after Newcastle kicked the ball away. Bernardo Silva almost played in by Kevin De Bruyne into the penalty box, but the clearance by Newcastle only finds Ilkay Gundogan, who plays it more directly infield to John Stones under pressure, lays it off to Rodri, plays back to John Stones a bit further up the field than Rodri, finds it out wide to Raheem Sterling, brings the ball back to John Stones. Neil Howell, City win tonight. City go 5th. Everton are playing tonight against Sheffield United. Of course they are, aren't they? At the same time kick-off. Everton will go above us. You never know. Sheffield United might do us a favour. Might go forth. And Scotty Gundo, absolutely. Come on. Great goal, Paul Glennon. Scotty G-Man. Love Sterling. Sure you're one of them that has had a go about Sterling in the past, pal. Janet, how are you doing? I feel for Laporte too, but also like to see a settled back four. Absolutely, Janet. Absolutely. Lee Worthington, how are you doing? Yes. Absolutely. Now, leave Sterling alone, all you critics. He did brilliantly there. Paul, oh, come on, Paul. Give Edison some credit. He hasn't let a goal in yet. Neil, I went 4-0 City, Sterling to score. You did, pal. I think it was Ferran Torres to score for you next, wasn't it, Neil? And then Aguero to score a third. But I'm going for a 5-0 win. So either way, your prediction's out the water, pal. Hope you're well anyway, pal. Here's Nathan Ake playing the ball forward to Kevin De Bruyne under a lot of pressure. Has to play it back to the City defence to Ruben Diaz, who plays it across the field to John Stones. Keep your thoughts coming in, Blues, as always. Let me know how you all doing. Did you all have a good Christmas as well? I had a belting one, so I hope you all did too. Ball played across to Ilkay Gundogan, laying it off for Nathan Ake. Ball to Ilkay Gundogan once again, pulls it back. Plays it more infield to Roger under a lot of pressure from Longstaff. Kevin De Bruyne, Nathan Ake. Ilkay Gundogan lays it off for Nathan Ake, but can't get there. Newcastle clear only as far as John Stones. So that's solid back line, picking up every loose pass from Newcastle. Newcastle just clearing it. And I saw, if anybody listens to Talk Sport podcasts or anything like that, not the actual show, the podcast, they had Simon Jordan on and Danny Murphy discussing with, is it Jim White or something like that, talking about Steve Bruce. This is going back a few days ago now, and saying that Steve Bruce is one of them managers that, going against a team like City, he'd rather play to lose 1-0 than lose 5. So I think the team plan now for Newcastle is win the ball, loft it up forward, and try on the counter-attack if they can. Which, I don't like to see too defensive. I'd like to see teams come at City a bit more, give us a game. Obviously, we've not done too well when teams are giving us a game, but, it's nice to see as a neutral anyway. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm neutral, but just in general, it's nice to see two teams attacking football rather than one team parking a bus. But nevertheless, City are 1-0 up with 19 minutes played. Pep Guardiola picking up Joe Linton, who goes down to the deck after trying to win back the ball, but John Stones brilliantly gets there to win the ball back for City. And here's Ilkay Gundogan playing Bernardo Silva out on the left-hand side today rather than the normal right for him. Brings it infield to Kevin De Bruyne. Little knock to the right, back to Bernardo Silva, knocked in. Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne's cross almost found the back of the net. Carl Darlow had to parry it out only as far as another City player, but Newcastle were able to clear it, and only as far as Nathan Ake. But the cross there by Kevin De Bruyne, I don't think was entitled to go into the back of the net, but it was finding that as a pass, as a shot even. So City, Newcastle very lucky to get away with that. Carl Darlow very switched on in between the sticks, but Newcastle get away with that one. Not intentionally, I don't think, by Kevin De Bruyne. I think it was initially a cross, but almost found the back of the net. Let's have a look. Scotty, me Slayton, no chance. Love the lad. Maris hater. No, you're not a Maris hater. You love him just as much. No, Sterling, Torres, and Aguero is me. Get you. I'm a Yorkshire lad, pal. I can barely write, let alone use the internet, let alone remembering what people have said. But I remembered somebody said Sterling, Torres, and Aguero, so give me that credit. Paul Graham liked to say it was quiet, but with 5 kids, it wasn't. Janet, we were all yelling at Sterling, but he did absolutely the right thing. Cool dude, absolutely cool under complete, well, not really pressure. Newcastle players were just diving in front of him, hoping to block the shot, which never came. So full credit to Sterling for that assist. Did absolutely brilliantly and world class and well composed to pick out Ilkay Gundogan under a lot of pressure. Is Ruben Diaz on the ball, picking up from Kevin De Bruyne. John Stones. Our wife's João Cancelo is tucked in. It's been a bit quiet so far as João Cancelo. Hopefully he can get into the game. He's a lively character in the City team. Don't know if anybody knows, but Raheem Sterling breaking the penalty box, pulls it back. Knocks it off the Newcastle man, and it is a corner to City. Well played, Raheem Sterling again. The runs behind the Newcastle defence have been absolutely top draw by Raheem Sterling from a very deep position. Kevin De Bruyne picked him out, and he made the run, and he did play it off. In fact, actually, I think it did come off Raheem Sterling last, but he got away with the corner, which Kevin De Bruyne is going to take. Looks like it might be a short corner as Bernardo Silva's there to pick up the shot pass if it comes to him. We've got the big boys in there. I'm surprised you just whip it in. You never know. Don't whip it out. Kevin De Bruyne with a chip ball out wide to Ilkay Gundogan on the edge of the penalty box. Ilkay Gundogan with a chip over. John Stones is there to get the header. Lays it in. Oh, Ruben Diaz tries to get there. Goes down as a headed clash. The referee has given a free kick to Newcastle as two heads collide. I think it was Ruben Diaz and Fabian Schär. Going to see the replay here. No, it's not Fabian Schär. He's still up. Ilkay Gundogan's cross over to John Stones. Perfect. John Stones' ball back in was brilliant. And it was Ruben Diaz going there for the header. Completely nowhere near. It was Clark. Both heads collide. Ruben Diaz comes out with a hard head on that ball. Kieran Clark's back up on his feet, which is always nice to see. Like sportsmanship and make sure all the players continue. And he's back to his feet. Well, City very attacking, very, very attacking. Brilliant. Xmas got a picture of Aguero autographs. Made my day. Good lass, good lass. Mike Simon, we are blessing you. We are blessing you. Sorry, I do apologise. I don't know the meaning of that, pal. Yeah. Lorraine, John Stone's a great player, man of the match. Oh, it's only 22 minutes in, Lorraine. Give it time. Give it time. Hopefully we'll have a few lads up front bagging a few goals, meaning John Stones unfortunately won't get man of the match. Because normally when a defender gets man of the match, you know it's being all out attacking for the other team, unless he bags a brace or a hat-trick himself. But Bernardo Silva playing the ball off the Newcastle man. Nathan Ake keeps hold of the ball and he gets fouled, but Kevin De Bruyne starts the counter-attack here. Much in force. Ferran Torres on the left-hand wing. He's got Raheem Sterling in support. 2-on-2 here for City. Ferran Torres taking it into the penalty box. That's a shot. Tame shot. Really, really poor in tame. He did well to get as far as he did. Very, very... It was on target, but very, very weak and straight into the arms of Cardallo. Didn't really have to do much. He just got down. He was on target with just curling towards the goalkeeper all the way. And it just trickled along the ground. Not much power in that. It's a shame, but good on the referee for playing advantage here. As Nathan Ake was fouled. Here comes City again. Kevin De Bruyne bombing forward, almost finding Raheem Sterling. It hits the legs of the defender, and Newcastle come away with the ball through Isaac Hayden. Some quick. Ollie Boo, hard as nails, absolutely. Mark Hughes penalty. He headbutted him. Lenny, did you see my score prediction I made yesterday, Dan? I didn't, pal. I really didn't. To be fair, you don't tend to give score predictions before lineups are announced anyway, so I wasn't really looking out for it, pal. So, Rodri's down. He's in a lot of discomfort here. A lot of discomfort. He came together. He is kicking the ground. He looks like he's even crying. And those who know Rodri, he's an absolute unit of a lad. Oh, he got double kneed to the side of the hip. Oh, that's going to be a very sore one, that. I can understand why he's down. Yeah, even the medics are just patting him on the back saying, come on, you're all right. Like that. The initial impact of that would have made anybody's eyes water. Both, I think it was Matt Ritchie. I'm not 100% sure who the left back is for Newcastle, who the player was, in fact. But he jumped up in the air to try and win the ball. And both his knees hammered into the side of Rodri's hip. Really, really painful looking, that. Really looking. Paul Glennon should have scored toys. Absolutely. Weak shot by Scotty. Absolutely. Chris Laney. 4-0, KDB, Mahrez, Gundogan and Foden score. You predicted Mahrez and Gundogan to score? How much did you drink to yesterday, mate? And yes, Scotty needed a hit. Yeah, it did look very painful. Just seeing a camera shot to Callum Wilson, it's very surprising to see that he's on the bench. If I was Steve Bruce, I would be playing Callum Wilson today. You know, if you're going to have any chance of getting anything out of this game today, you'd want your talisman of the season up front, unless he's thinking maybe wear down this defensive City, which they're not doing. Newcastle hardly had an attack other than the opening 2 minutes. Then bring Callum Wilson on against a depleted back four for City, and then maybe nick a couple of goals. Maybe, but I don't know. Mark Hughes, if that was Liverpool play, it would have been a penalty. Would have been a penalty and have been calling the player to get sent off, pal. No. Oh, Pep Guardiola's not happy with Rodri there as well. That's who's praising him. Not 100% sure. It looked like he was having a go at him for the camera angle, and the camera panned off. Here's John Stones on the ball in the centre of the park. 27 minutes played. City 1, Newcastle 0. James Mangan, they're easy to break down. Cancelo having lots of freedom on the ball. Yeah, but he's, for me, Jay, absolutely spot on. But Cancelo's he's been too quiet for me this game. Oh, maybe I'm just not focusing on too much, but he's not been able to get into this game. Ferran Torres goes down from a one-to-one contact with a Newcastle player, but when he went down, he also brought down Isaac Hayden, and Newcastle win a free kick because of that. But City is much the dominant team this game. Much the dominant team to this game. Sure, Tom Young, who's at the stadium tonight, writing a report for the team he also writes for. Sure, he'll agree with that. City on the attack now. Look at Gundogan playing Ferran Torres. Bernardo Silva on the far side. Well in. Ball tossed in and cleared by the Newcastle defence. Only as far as Bernardo Silva plays it off the Newcastle man, and it is a throw into City on the far side. Well played, Bernardo Silva, trying to get that ball in. Didn't beat the first man, but he did win a free throw in on the far side for City on the rebound. Here's John Stones in the centre circle, playing the ball across to João Cancelo, who I'm going to focus on a bit more at the moment. Here's Rodri on the ball. Forward ball to Ilkay Gundogan, who puts it back to Ruben Diaz under pressure. Ruben Diaz trickling forward, finds Nathan Ake on the left-hand side. Ball infield to Ruben Diaz once again. Forward ball to Rodri, back out to Nathan Ake. Bernardo Silva dropping a bit deeper to pick up the pass from Ake, who he plays it back to. And Ake just looking for that clearance ball, however, finds Ruben Diaz a bit further back for him. Rodri drops into the centre of defence, pick up the ball, and plays a beautiful ball forward to Ilkay Gundogan, who, instead of trying to control the ball, thinking he was under a lot of pressure, plays it back to Nathan Ake. Complaining about something, Ilkay Gundogan, about some space from John Stones, but not sure. Rodri playing the ball forward back to Ilkay Gundogan, who plays Raheem Sterling through beautifully. Receives the ball, Ilkay Gundogan, a lot of the ball in this attack. Plays it out wide to Nathan Ake. Further out wide to Bernardo Silva, brings it infield to a more deeper Raheem Sterling. Lays it infield to Rodri, plays it back out to Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake and Ilkay Gundogan seeing a lot of the ball in this closing bit of passing and possession for City. Ball crossed over by Rodri to find John Stones. With a bit of pressure from the Newcastle player, Almiron finds Kevin De Bruyne. Does well to hold up the ball, brings it back infield to Ruben Diaz in the centre of the circle. Driving forward, Ruben Diaz here. Plays it out, misplaced pass, but Bernardo Silva is able to get back and stop the ball from going out of play. Ruben Diaz back on the ball, looking for that forward pass inside, so up for Kevin De Bruyne more central. He lays it out wide to and pulls it back to John Stones. There's a lot of passing here for City, but find that forward ball and score a goal. Oh, it's Rodri's loose pass gives the possession away. Newcastle start the attack. Almiron on the left-hand side. Pulls it back, luckily for City. City able to put a lot of pressure on with the force all the way back to Caldalo in goal. Let's have a quick look at the comments before Newcastle start a bit more of attack. John Stones using his strength well. Almiron. As Hayden, ball played out wide to Yedlin, the American. Ball crossed deep in by Yedlin, all the way out for a goal kick to City. Joe Linton wasn't going to get to that anywhere near. Yedlin's ball was well over. Let's have a look. Evening, Benjamin. How are you doing? Scotty, curious to who cuts Torres' hair as proper COVID cut. If it's not Mahrez, if it's not Sterling, it's the hairdo of Torres. Stuart, are City in the top 4 of the winners? I believe so, Stuart. I believe. Depends on where the Everton game goes, I believe. If Everton get a point, I think they nick top 4. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I'm sure if Everton lose and City win, we go into top 4, pal. Game in hand over Chelsea, and we go a point or 2 above Chelsea as well after their 3-1 thrashing at Arsenal. So good results all around for us today. Hopefully, we can top that off with 3 points as well today. Lorraine's also now going for a 5-0 win. Paul Glennon Stones is playing as a central midfielder. To be fair, I'm not sure where most of these players are playing at the moment. They seem to be chopping and changing positions left, right, and centre. We've got João Cancelo playing right wing at the moment. Rodri playing centre back. Ilkay Gundogan playing attacking midfielder, which is natural. Bernardo Silva playing left wing. John Stones playing central midfield. Newcastle just on the attack now on the right-hand side through Joe Linton. Andre Yedlin somehow gone into centre attacking midfield / striker. As Hayden playing more right back, Joe Linton cuts back for the ball from plays it back to Fabian Schär. Is Clark on the ball? Longstaff. Put out wide to Ritchie. Ball forward by Ritchie. Picks out John Stones. John Stones shoved off the ball by Joe Linton, and it is a free kick to City near the corner flag, well into our half. So City win a free kick. 32.5 minutes played. City 1, Newcastle 0. City much on top in this game. Newcastle finding little sniggers in the game, but nothing coming off the Newcastle. City well on top in terms of passing, possession, and defensive. Scott Airdown, I believe Garcia has agreed a 5-year deal. Agent fees have a lot being sorted for January. Ooh. What, for City, Scotty? Or do you mean for Barcelona? I hope it's for Barcelona because I want Garcia out. I can't stand the lad anymore. You know, Pep's giving all this game time and he's still not happy. You want a player, if a player wants out, get him out. Don't keep giving him the contract. I want players that want to be at City for City, you know, not because of whatever. But let me know, pal, what you've heard. Yellow card for Rodri going in for the pretty heavy challenge. I think that's what he means, Ings. Lorraine, can we win the Premier League? Oh, that's a good question. Ask Dan Halifax. He will bite your arm off and say yes. He is probably the most optimistic of our group of admins. He's arguably the most diehard of us admins. It has to be said. Kevin De Bruyne broken through on goal here. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, he plays it into the crotch of Caldalo. Oh, he should be finding the back of the net there, Kevin De Bruyne. He was in two minds of whether to pass it to Bernardo Silva on the left-hand side. Beautiful ball played over the top by Ferran Torres. He was looking for Bernardo Silva. He was in two minds about what to do, and instead Kevin De Bruyne tried to play it through the legs of Caldalo and straight at the keeper, and should have been doing better there. For a man of Kevin De Bruyne's capability and ability, he should have been doing a lot better there, a lot better. Pogba and John has definitely got his mojo back. Very strong, confident on the ball, like a new signing. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And he doesn't seem to be made of glass anymore, which is even better. He's obviously been going into the furnace quite a bit. As Josh Murphy there is offside for Newcastle. 35.5 minutes played. City 1, Newcastle 0. Scotty, Garcia to Barca. Well, thank God. Paul Glennon, yeah, game should have been won by now. Ings, Messi. Basic, I'll clear this up for you, Ings, and I'll clear this up for you, Scotty. Lorraine said that. Oh, I've forgotten now. Oh, sod it. You two argue. Ilkay Gundogan playing the ball forward to Ferran Torres. Lays it off to João Cancelo. Ball over the top. Raheem Sterling pulls it back in the penalty box. Has a shot. Side netting. Side net. Oh, it's corner. Oh, no, it's not corner. Or is it corner? I don't know. They're both complaining. It's corner. It's corner. I'm trying to... Oh, yeah, that was it. Basically, Ings, Lorraine put John Stones is man of the match after 19 minutes. Scotty was just saying, maybe you just see what it's like after 90 minutes. And now you two are arguing or discussing about what each of us said. Basically, Scotty said, rate the man of the match after 90 minutes rather than 19. Cleared up. That's it. Stop arguing. Anyway, City, corner, 37 minutes in. Crossing by Kevin De Bruyne. Headed away by Newcastle as far as João Cancelo. Edge of the penalty box. Pulls it back. Forward ball to Raheem Sterling. Chested, should I say, by Joe Linton out for another City corner on the far left-hand side. Neil Hoy, wish players would be selfish. Yeah, I wish they'd be bloody clinical as well, to be fair, mate. Waiting for some of City lads to be a bit more clinical than what they have been in recent weeks. We know we've got goals in us. We know we can do it. Just for some reason, they're too scared to just smash it and hope for the best rather than just place it. Just smash it. If it goes in it, it's like worldy. If it doesn't, at least you had a good crack at it rather than trying to place it and hitting the goalkeeper. The ball with a corner in straight to the arms of Caldalo. Was curving in for a goal really there. Caldalo boots it out far and wide. Ilkay Gundogan with a header, knocks it even further wide, but it's Almiron who's going to pick up that loose header. Brings it infield to Isaac Hayden. Joe Linton pulls it back to Clark. Out wide to Matt Ritchie. Back to Kieran Clark again. Is it Kieran Clark? Someone let me know. Is it Kieran Clark? It doesn't sound right. Kieran Clark. Could be Nathan Clark for all I care. I don't know. Sure, it's Kieran Clark. Someone can let me know. For all I know, it could be Clark fucking Kent. Anyway, Lorraine, absolutely, we can do this. 1-0 up. We're just going to hold out. Well, not hold out. We need to find a second, third goal. Dom Rocks, how are you doing? Not liking the amount of ball Bernardo is getting. It's like we're playing with one less man. It's being played in a completely different position to what he's used to, for me. See, that Ferran Torres is playing more centrally. Raheem Sterling's natural position is right wing, which he's playing, but he's more capable than Bernardo Silva playing left wing. Play Raheem Sterling left wing and Bernardo Silva right wing, where Bernardo Silva is more naturally played. You get the best out of both then, for me. But either way, 1-0 up. Shouldn't be really complaining. Out wide to Yedlin. Ball smashed in. Cleared unconvincingly nearly by Ruben Diaz out for a Newcastle corner. Got a boot on the floor. I think it's João Cancelo's boot. It is João Cancelo's boot. I don't know how his boot flung off. He should have been putting on a hell of a lot more weight than what he has. If anybody doesn't know, our very own matchday reporter who's at the Etihad now, Tom Young, also works at McDonald's as a part-time job to cover his university fees. Served João Cancelo a very big McDonald's Big Mac the other day. So he shouldn't be having his boot flying off. He shouldn't be able to get his feet in the boots of the things he's been eating. Quite a lot of food, I would ask. Yeah, he served him a McDonald's. End of. Newcastle corner. I think Matt Ritchie is the one to take. Taking the time and putting the ball down. It is Matt Ritchie to take. Eventually, Matt Ritchie, the ball in. Headed clear by Nathan Ake. Only as far as Miguel Almiron. Ball crossed back in. Header. Oh, very, very close for Newcastle. Header from, I think, was it Joe Linton? I'm not sure. Almost fell to the feet of Fabian Schär, who just couldn't get a touch on it. And now City start their attack of their own. Here's João Cancelo moving infield into the centre circle with Ilkay Gundogan, Rodri, Nathan Ake. Out wide to Kevin De Bruyne. Rodri, Ruben Diaz, back to John Stones. Scotty, oh no, arguing here, bud. Was just stating only 19 minutes played and can't tell the match yet. Well, I just want to clear it up. Kieran Clark, thank you, Scotty. I knew it was Kieran Clark. And it's just one of them players, you recognise the name. There seems to have been around in the Premier League for years, and you still don't know the first name. But yeah, anyway. Neil, wait till the King comes on in the 65th minute. I'm not coming on the pitch, mate. I don't play football. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Lorraine, can we get the title back? As I was saying, ask that to Dan Halifax, you'll definitely get a big, solid yes. For me, I'll wait until we're about 38 games into the season and I'll let you know. Here's Ruben Diaz on the ball in the centre circle, out wide to John Stones. 42 minutes played, City remain 1-0 up. Should easily be 2-0 up through Kevin De Bruyne, but wasn't to be. Newcastle starting to find a little bit more rhythm, but City well on the ball at the moment. Here's Nathan Ake, forward ball to Raheem Sterling, who's gone out to the left-hand side. Does that mean Bernardo Silva's dropped to the right? Did I call it before he's done it? Raheem Sterling's on the left-hand side of the pitch. Bernardo Silva surely has dropped to the right. I'm seeing things before Pep does them. I should be bloody manager here, earning his pay packet. Anyway, João Cancelo in essential midfield. Crossing the ball out to John Stones on the right-hand side. Bernardo Silva is on the right-hand side, so I was right. Perfect tactical change by Pep, that. You're going to get the best out of Bernardo Silva on the right-hand side and best out of Raheem Sterling on the left. I'm not saying the best thing we've made in this game is to go and it was Raheem Sterling on the right. But anyway, Ruben Diaz on the ball. Forward ball to Ilkay Gundogan. Here's Rodri. John Stones on the right-hand side. Forward ball to my man of the match, Bernardo Silva. Pulling it infield. Ball smashed across to the other side to Raheem Sterling. Breaking into the penalty box, lays it off to Ilkay Gundogan, Chris Laney's best player, João Cancelo. Kevin De Bruyne on the far left-hand side. Nathan Ake pulls it infield, João Cancelo lays it back off to Ruben Diaz. Kevin De Bruyne. Forward ball to Raheem Sterling, breaking in the penalty box, pulls it back. Can find the right pass, he lays it off again. It comes off Raheem Sterling last. And it will be... Also, it came off a Newcastle player last. It's a corner to City. Thought that came off Sterling last. Let's have a look. Well onside. Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling have been linking up perfectly today. Oh, no, it did come off the Newcastle man last. It is a corner to City. Raheem Sterling is well on fire tonight. Well on fire. Well on form. Been brilliant. One thing's come off for him perfectly in composure and laying the ball off to Ilkay Gundogan. He's not rash to have a shot. He's trying to get into the passing rhythm. Kevin De Bruyne's passing, forward ball, through balls have been perfect. Kevin De Bruyne with a cross in from the corner. Finds a Newcastle man. Newcastle clear it through Miguel Almiron. Smash it forward. João Cancelo has to get there. He does. He does brilliantly well there, João Cancelo. Very calm and composed. And even pulls it back and lays it off to Ruben Diaz. Very well defended by João Cancelo there. Very well composed. Rodri. Just past the centre circle. Ilkay Gundogan. The sleeping tablet he is. Pushes forward. Is it back off to Rodri. Ball out wide to Bernardo Silva, who's gone back onto the left-hand side. I give up. Ferran Torres infield. Tries to find John Stones. Hits the Newcastle man, Jacob Murphy, but ends up finding John Stones eventually. Raheem Sterling. Forward ball to... João Cancelo, his first touch with his left foot, can't control it. He kicks it out for a goal kick. Good idea. Ball by Raheem Sterling was inch perfect. The control by João Cancelo just wasn't there. And we've entered 2 minutes of added on time. City remain 1-0 to the good. 2 minutes of added time. Goal kick to Newcastle through Carl Darlow. Neil, I know you meant Sergio, pal. I was just having a bit of banter. Scotty Cancelo coming into himself, enjoying himself recently. Absolutely. He's definitely finding some rhythm, finding some form. Lorraine, you reckon 2-0 City in the second half? I'm hoping for a 5-6-0 in the second half, but you know. Rodri going down under a little bit of face play by Joe Linton, getting his arm wrapped around his fingers like a face hugger from an alien, but Referee didn't see much in it. If he saw it at all, VAR aren't going to check. Telling the two handbag boys to get on with it. Oh, you can't say handbag boys anymore, can't you? Somebody complained about that. You can't use the term handbags. Players getting the handbags out in commentary anymore because people have a hissy fit. It's a terminology everybody's bloody used for God knows how long in football. Get your handbags out. It's a terminology. People who are so sick off about all this PC brigade stuff that you can't say anymore need to get out more. Get on some of that herbal tea. The world's gone PC mad. Can't use the term. Players are getting their handbags out. It's the universal way of describing what's happening in the game when you say two players have got the handbags out. Everybody knows it's two players acting like absolute pillocks in meaningless things. But hey, you've got to accept for the rules. Can't say handbags anymore. Anyway, ball crossed in for a free kick to Newcastle. It was Roger that went down, but João Cancelo kicking the ball out for a throw-in on the far side. Well defended by João Cancelo. Oh, did that go out for a corner? Oh, no, it is a throw-in. Well defended by... Oh, no, it's a corner. Oh, João Cancelo mustn't have got there before it went out. Unfortunate, because it was good defending. Newcastle corner. 2 minutes of added time played. Corner whipped in. Nathan Ake with a header. Ball smashed into the City man. And referee calls half-time. It should have been a corner to Newcastle, but the referee doing us a favour there. Half-time, City going to the break. 1-0 to the good. Very, very, very nice to see. No, absolutely. I'll say what I want. I always have done. Handbags is a terminology used by everybody. I'm not one of these PC brigade nutters. If you get upset by somebody using the term handbags in football, do one. Quite simply, do one. You know, football is there to show emotions. Obviously, nothing racist or anything like that. I'm not, you know, where to draw the line, of course. But when you're getting people sacked from the jobs and complaining about the terminology they use in football, i.e. handbags, you know you need to get out more. But yeah, you know me, I've always said what I want. Anyway, halftime blues, let me know. I'll feed your comments through, smash them through. Just seeing if any admins are going to jump on. I think Tom Young, who's at the game tonight, reporting for us, might jump on. Remember me, I like my big paragraphs. Write as much as you can. I'll read through every single comment. Let me know who your man of the match is so far, where we're looking good, what needs to be improved. Clinical finishing by Kevin De Bruyne. What you're liking, what you're disliking. Yeah, just let me know what your standout performances are, where we need to improve and everything. Thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts on the game and I'll read through the comments very, very shortly. But yeah, let me know, Blues. Let me know. I'll be back in a... Well, I'm still here, but I'll just be quiet for a little bit. Oh, and a quick shout out to probably... I'm only halfway through it at the moment. Those bookworms like myself, if you want a really good autobiography to read, it's the man himself. I've read this book twice now, and I'm on my third going. I just can't get enough of it. And I'm not, when I say a bookworm, I'm not really a bookworm. I just really like reading this. It's amazing where he's come from and what he's achieved from what he was, from where he was, sorry. If anybody really likes reading, that is a perfect autobiography. Forward by Lionel Messi as well. Just really well written. Let those bloody spoke. But yeah, if anybody's interested, pick it up. It's not cheap. I think I put mine up literally the day it was released, £18.99. But yeah. Let me know, Blues. Keep the comments coming through. I'll read them through in just a moment. Ooh, some interesting comments coming through. Right, so first comment from the one and only Paul Glennon. Happy at 1-0, but should be 3-0. City doing okay, but can do better. That it. Although I have to say it's a fair assessment of the first half. To be fair, I can't criticise that. Eliza Grande Gundogan, yeah, Laney's favourite ever player, the sleeping tablet himself. Ilkay Gundogan, the one with the goal. Sterling with the assist for those who are just joining. Laney, if you can't use handbags, just say they're acting like a couple of big Jessies. No, I'm going to use handbags. I'm not a PC brigade man, you know me. Scotty, Cancelo man of the match for me at the moment. Ooh. KDB, a bit off it, but he's amazing. He's only human. C, for me, Cancelo's played well, Scotty. Completely agree. But for me, it's out of KDB and Raheem Sterling at the moment. My man of the matches. Nathan Ake's up there as well. The defence has been solid. There's no standout performances, bar maybe Ake. But for me, it has to be either Raheem Sterling or Kevin De Bruyne. Those two have just been linking up perfectly today. And I'd inch towards Raheem Sterling for his contribution to the goal. It was just so calm and collective for that assist. It was just second to none. And he did brilliantly to pick out Ilkay Gundogan under a lot of pressure. So for me, so far, the man of the match is Raheem Sterling. But I can understand why you say Cancelo, because he has played well. He was a bit quiet in the opening 20-25 minutes for me, but then he came into his own. Lorraine, Sterling's man of the match. Lorraine's agreeing with me a lot tonight. Neil, City's next 3 games are Everton away on Monday night at 8, then Chelsea 3rd January, and then the scrum in the semi-finals of the League Cup on the 6th. A lot of big games. Lots of big games. That Chelsea game will be a massive game. Absolutely massive game. No, Jesse won't be happy. Josh Jones should be 3 or 4, not clinical. Absolutely. Paul Glennon need to improve on finishing, but our defence is sorted. Great game for Sergio to get fit. Absolutely. That's a good shout, that. We obviously got no out-and-out strikers on the pitch. I'd take that. Bringing Sergio Aguero on for half an hour, would you say that would be a fair amount of time, Paul? You know, bring him on in the 60th minute and get about half an hour's worth out of him. See if you can bag a goal or just get a bit of game time. I don't want to bring him into the game too early, but I don't want to bring him in too late. And I think 60th minute's about right to bring Sergio on to get a bit of match fitness. No, I'll buy man. Love that, man. Love a good book too. Yeah, it is a quality book now. Absolute quality book. Ryan, Cancelo, boss in midfield. Not bad for a right back. Absolutely. And a left back at saying that. Paul Glennon's also going for man of the match of Cancelo. Scotty, Cancelo dug in all half. He's created the plays through to Sterling, KDB, but well, keep going. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Lorraine, best teammates. Who's the best teammates, Lorraine? Neil, how are you doing, pal? KDB needs to score. His confidence in that area looks shattered. Somebody brought this up. It's not on our page. It's nothing we brought up, but I saw the post about 2-3 days back. Serious question. Do City perform better as a team, i.e. scoring, creating chances, defending well, when Kevin De Bruyne is not in the squad or not in the starting 11? If you play a Foden and Bernardo Silva in that midfield with any attackers, do City perform and look a bit more threatening without KDB in the team? Someone brought it up and then backed it up with stats so far this season, and we've dropped more points with KDB playing more than we have when he's not in the squad. But at the same time, we wouldn't have half as many goals as we would this season so far if it wasn't for KDB. But it's a question to all you. What do you think? Do you think we perform better without KDB or with KDB? I think that's sort of a dig at maybe like the Spurs scenario where Spurs play better as a team without Harry Kane in it. Certainly last season and the season before, this season completely different, without Kane in it than with Kane in it. And somebody made the point about KDB. So what are your thoughts? Do you think the same? Scotty, as we go in at half-time, Sheffield United holding Everton to a 0-0 in the first 45 minutes. Cracking. So Tom Young will not be joining us, unfortunately. Those who started the live before I joined, Tom Brunt won't be at his PC until final minutes because he is absolutely knackered. He was on the booze on his own with his missus all night last night as it was Christmas Day, and let's just say he's suffering the after effects. But the truth in the whole thing is, when you've got a hangover, the best medicine is more booze. More booze. Absolutely. More booze. Let's have a quick through. Walter, how are you doing? City is playing well. We're expecting 4 more goals. Absolutely. Absolutely. Neil, you did say 65 minutes. 65 minutes, I'd say. Paul, you want Sergio on at half-time. Bernardo Silva off and Sergio on at half-time. Jane, is that because Bernardo's played poor for you, Paul, or do you just want Sergio half 45 minutes? Jane, think Torres looks handy tonight. Yeah, he's well on top. He's been a bit quiet in segments, but when he has been involved, he's been very clinical. Paul, they can depend on him too much, plus his head goes down when we are losing. Yeah, I bring that point up. When Kevin De Bruyne plays poor, City play poor. And it is backed up. It's not just a statement out of the blue. It is a backed up statement. But he does have that tendency to get frustrated really easily, which I think is why he wasn't voted captain, why Fernandinho was. I personally wouldn't want him as captain. Laney doesn't want him as captain. I would rather have Ruben Diaz as captain because he's a captain lad. I do apologise. I think my Amazon Prime's just gone down. Not Amazon Prime. BT's just gone down. Oh dear. And it's back. Thank God for that. I thought my BT went down then. Be interesting. Scotty, yeah and no. Depends the side we're playing against. If you have a team that sit deep, yes, we do build play to score. If they're out towards halfway, he finds the shots easy. That was hard to word that, Scotty. I do apologise, mate. James Taylor just got in from work. How was the first half? Lively. We're 1-0 up. Sterling playing brilliantly. João Cancelo playing okay. It's a lot of people's man of the match, João Cancelo, but it's not mine personally. Raheem Sterling doing brilliantly to be composed and hold up the play in the penalty box and laid it off to Gundogan Pal, who just slotted in the corner of the net to put City 1-0 up. It's been a bit mifty in parts, but City well on top. Now, without KDB, where would the goals come from? Assists speak for themselves. Yeah, that was my argument for it. Neil, I think all our goal difference is +8 now, and I think not a lot in 13 games. No, but considering I think in the first 5 we were -2, weren't we? In the opening 5 games, -2 goal difference. So I'd take a +8 goal difference, 13 games to the season over nothing battle. Personally, I'm just glad we're starting to rack up some points. Ryan, Rodri off, booked, get Sergio on and go attacking. Who'd you play in holding mid? Ryan, would you stick Bernardo Silva in that holding mid role? Bit more energy in that role? Or would you play... Gundogan's playing, isn't he? Of course. Maybe play Gundogan in that position and drop Bernardo Silva centrally and then put Ferran Torres out to one at wings. Paul Glenn just quiet, not playing badly, just quiet. Yeah, I agree. Scotty didn't go down. It was an advert regarding to. Cheers, Scotty. I've got obviously the sound turned off and we call it Jason. I got worried then. Cheers, mate. Jeff Monner, absolutely. Come on, City. Ryan Askew, Gundogan. Yeah. I agree with that, pal. Why risk a chance of a second yellow? It's been involved in a few niggles so far. Yeah, I wouldn't have any arguments for that. Whoever just put the angry face, I do apologise. If you don't like me, there's always Pornhub. Just the same material. Get yourself off to this any day. But yeah, cheers for the angry face. If you don't like the commentary, you know where BT is. If you can't afford BT, don't watch it. Listen to the radio. If you don't want to listen to the radio, you're out of luck. Try the illegal channels. They seem to get posted on here a lot. Anyway, second half just about to kick off. City are the first team back out. Newcastle joining them. Come on, City. Come on. Let's have a few more goals. Well, I think I might get another tinny before I disappear. It's for the second half. The second half has kicked off. Wow, there we go. Don't anybody who knows the missus, do not tell the missus I've nicked her magic stars that she got for Christmas. I always have magic stars. Starving, and we haven't got anything in by magic stars. So, but yeah, second half's kicked off. Newcastle giving away a free kick to City, a foul on Raheem Sterling. Rita, little grandma Rita here, mate. And later, you mentioned Sterling. I just love that little guy. Happy Christmas. Stay safe. You too, Rita. Hope you had a good one. Thanks for that comment. Yeah, Sterling's been brilliant today. But yeah, hope you had a happy Christmas as well. And all the best to you. Scotty, are these people commenting here? Can only see my comments. Yeah, there's a fair few, mate. Janet, hopefully we'll put another couple in second half. Anyone else remember the sneaking of a 1-0 win at St James's Park 3 years ago to the day? My Christmas present was a trip to Newcastle, watch the game, great experience. Most of my family are Geordies, Janet. Most of them are Newcastle fans. It's one of the grounds that I've always wanted to go to watch a City game at. But I daren't go because I'd be the only one going from my family to watch the game at the away end. And I'm a bit anxious about going on my own to games. I always like to be in the company of someone else. It's just a better experience. But I know if I did go, and I didn't go any away fans, I know I'd be in the home fans with my brother, who would most likely go. Problem is, my family are absolute knobheads, and I know he will stand up and say, "We've got a City fan here," and one City fan in the middle of thousands of Geordies is not a place I want to be at. So unless somebody wants to go to the away match with me, which I'm more than happy to do so, I will not be going to the ground anytime soon. Neil, is that a Man City mirror behind me? It isn't. No, it's a mirror that I nicked off my dad a few years ago. It's bloody hideous, but it's the only big free mirror that I had available to me. So I was going to nick it. But my dad knows about it, but yeah, I did nick him. Ryan, Newcastle away next season, it's a date. If you're buying, pal, we don't do Dutch where I'm from. I hope you know what that means. That saying means. If anybody knows what that means, please let him know if you don't know. But yeah, if that's a date, I'll happily take you up on that, pal. As Hayden limping off the pitch here, but he looks set to continue the foul from, can't remember who. But yeah, City 1-0 up, 48 minutes played. No changes at half for either team. It's never known a packet of magic stars so hard to get into, but I'm in. There's Kevin De Bruyne playing a bit deeper. Ruben Diaz. Oh, geez, that knackered your teeth. Oh. Forward ball by Ruben Diaz is very poor. Cut out by 2 Newcastle players. As Hayden playing the ball forward. Slipping and sliding all over. Was he on skates then, Isaac Hayden? Slipping all over the pitch. City win back the ball. Oh, he didn't have a football boot on. That was why. That explains it. He still hasn't got a boot on. Oh, no, who was it? Somebody's got a boot off. I used to just come to pick it up. I think it was Jacob Murphy for Newcastle. Right. Here's John Stones on the ball under pressure from Longstaff. Bernardo Silva dropping a bit more central and deeper. Ilkay Gundogan further up the pitch. Here's up to Kevin De Bruyne, more striker position. Back to Bernardo Silva, out wide to the left to Raheem Sterling. Bernardo Silva, Gundogan. John Stones. Here's Bernardo Silva, pegged back by the Newcastle man, goes down, and it is a free kick to City. Matt Ritchie holding Bernardo Silva, stopping any chance of pushing forward. The City have a free kick a few yards out of the penalty box. Perfect free kick to perfect free kick position here for City. If they don't go down, I'm from Yorkshire, of course I do. Good lads, Yorkshire lads as well. Good lad, that's what I'd like to see. Obviously a mank Yorkshire. Got to throw that out there. There'll be a few angry manks on here having a go at us. But no, I like to hear that, pal. Like to hear that. Catch the trains. We'll both go up and watch the game next year, hopefully, albeit fans are allowed in. Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, and Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne to take. Whipped in. John Stones headed it across. Why didn't you head that towards the goal? John Stones. John Stones was literally free header, and he decided to play it across to Ferran Torres, who was in an offside position. I don't know if he was intentionally doing that. He headed it down John Stones rather than heading it towards the goal. He was looking towards the goal there. I think he was trying to do it. He couldn't angle his head. But the ball dropped down to Ferran Torres, who tried to lash at the shot. Couldn't get there, but it was judged offside. But City win back possession, smashing it forward. Ferran Torres going down. Ilkay Gundogan picking up the loose possession. Ilkay Gundogan edge of the penalty box. Raheem Sterling inside. Shot. Hit the first defender of the Newcastle player and cleared as far as Joel Linton under pressure from Ruben Diaz. Ball play through to Jacob Murphy. Acres of space. John Stones gets back. Nathan Ake holding up his roll. Ball played. Shot. Straight on target. Edison gets down well and collects it gracefully from the hands. In his hands. A shot from Jacob Murphy. Newcastle attack there, well onside. John Stones doing well to hold up Jacob Murphy, stopping him. He's on goal side as well, John Stones. Good defending. The shot was tame and Edison able to get down well. Okay, Gundogan almost doing well to play a ball through there from Kevin De Bruyne. Newcastle chipped the ball forward as far as Miguel Almiron, but John Stones is going to cut that out and play it to João Cancelo, who lays it off to Rodri in the centre of the park. So City just getting a bit of rhythm going, a bit touchy-feel all over the pitch right now. Not really any clear-cut passing or clear-cut chances being created. By that free kick, but John Stones just couldn't head it on target. And here's John Stones on the ball. Nathan Ake, Ilkay Gundogan. Left wing position for Ilkay Gundogan, plays it back to Nathan Ake, and all the way back to Edison in goal. Come on, I said 1-0, so my bet is safe so far, but personally, never really liked City not scoring more. Yeah, Stones, fuck's sake. Paul Glennon, fuck's sake. Scotty, we want Foden on. We look, Phil, we look so poor up front without a real striker. Yeah, I agree. Get Sergio on. Jane Chewing replying to that comment. Yeah, we're still not clinical enough consistently. And Rita, thank you very much. You're coming out with all the nice comments, Rita. You can come on more often. As João Cancelo tries to get the ball into the penalty box, cut out by the first Newcastle man, but City retain possession through Ilkay Gundogan. Here's Ferran Torres on the right-hand side again. Stuttering on the ball. Nobody making a run for him, so he has to play it back to John Stones. Plays it more deep infield in the centre circle to Ruben Diaz, who lays the ball off to Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Rodri forward ball, trying to pick out João Cancelo. Loose pass all the way back to Carl Dallo in goal for Newcastle, who just smashes the ball forward. Joe Linton gets the knee to it, but João Cancelo does well, wins back the ball for City. John Stones under a little bit of pressure, finds Rodri, does well to hold up play, and then finds Ruben Dias. City doing some brilliant ball retention, winning the ball back, keeping possession, and doing it brilliantly. You know, there's a lot of awkward balls to control and doing it. So defence and ball passing and possession in whole are just brilliant for City today. Just we're not clinical in front of goal. We're not finding the goals. We're only still 1 goal to the good, which is better than nothing. But you know, Newcastle are offering really nothing in attack, so we should be 2, 3, 4-0 up maybe by now. But we're just lacking in that attacking threat. James Taylor, Merry Christmas Blues. Hope everyone had a good one and keeps keeping safe. I did personally, Paul. I hope you did as well. And I echo that sentiment to everyone. Kevin De Bruyne, infield to Ilkay Gundogan in acres of space, plays it out wide to Ferran Torres on the right-hand side. He's got John Stones making the overlap run, but plays it infield to Kevin De Bruyne. Keep holding the ball, Kevin De Bruyne in the penalty box, pulls it in, almost finding Ferran Torres, cut out at the last second by the Newcastle defence. Rodri outside the penalty box, tries a shot, headed away by Kieran Clark, doesn't know where the ball's gone. João Cancelo wins back the ball for City, breaking in the penalty box. Ball played out, Ferran Torres in the back of the net. 2-0, Ferran Torres. What a goal that was. What was it, Eck? It was scruffy, but it was a goal. It was a goal. We've been crying out for it. Hang on, Scotty. I just remembered your prediction's still on. You said Sterling, then you said Ferran Torres. Now you just need Sergio Aguero to come on and score, and you've called it, pal. But yeah, Kevin De Bruyne did well, hold up the ball, tried a crossfield ball, cut out by Federico Fernandez, shot by Rodri, cleared well by Newcastle, only as far as Almiron, who can't clear it. João Cancelo plays the ball across the field. Fernandez gets the block in. However, it lands straight at the feet of Ferran Torres, who slots it side-footed, right-footed into the corner of the net. City 2, Newcastle 0. That's how we like it, Blues. Back of the net. Abdul Wahab Mahmoud. I hope I pronounced your name right. We're not going to send you the link to the live. We have no links. The link. Want it aimed at Malice by BT or listen to matchday commentary. Stop being a legal person. Stop being a legal person. Stop watching things illegally. Let's have a look. And Eamon Chowdhury, talk to me like that again, mate. I'll block you. It's 2-0. We've got a lot of stuff going on the page in terms of news and patrons to the page. We like to give them a recognition. I'm trying my best to get the scoreline out. I'm rather doing a commentary, or whether I have to keep telling people who use absolutely disgusting foul language towards me. And in fact, Eamon, if you comment like that again, you can do one. If you don't like the commentary, if you don't like the fact that we've not got the score put up for you, Your Majesty, do one. Those who are actually kind, like the regulars, like Scotty, like Paul Glennon, like Lorraine, like Nat. These people are nice people who ask politely. Don't lash out and start asking for that like that. It's 2-0. Either like it or lump it. Sorry, everyone. It just pees me off. Just be nice. Just be nice. In fact, Eamon, you just have a go at me. You can do one. You're blocked. You're absolute. You know what? You're a nonce. Do one. Blocked you. Absolute tool. If you don't like it, do one. Anyway, he's gone Blues. That's one absolute knob out the way. Back to the game. City on possession. Nathan Ake winning the ball back for City. Here's Ruben Dias playing the ball back through to Ederson. And it's 2-0. 2-0. If I have to say it again, 2-0. I haven't got it on the score, but it's 2-0. Anyway, Raheem Sterling pushing forward. Kevin De Bruyne on left wing. Here's Ilkay Gundogan. Fernandinho. Out wide to Bernardo Silva, looking for that forward ball of Ferran Torres. He picks out Ferran Torres, lot of players in the box for City. Plays it across. Oh, Raheem Sterling has the shot. Oh, rebound off the post by Bernardo Silva. The ball played across was absolutely brilliant there. I think it was Ferran Torres. Or was it João Cancelo? No, it was João Cancelo. Beautiful ball across. Raheem Sterling tried the shot first time. It was more towards the corner flag. Landed at the feet of Bernardo Silva, who's cannoned the shot off the right-hand post. And it rebounded off a Newcastle player for a corner to City, which Kevin De Bruyne is going to take. Just have a quick read through the comments here. Scotty, tell me Cancelo's at man of the match. Yeah, he's fast approaching it, pal. Fernandinho came on, by the way. Header there. Can't find it. Newcastle clear it from the corner. Fabian Schär. A lot of men up there. Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz and John Stones all went up for the header there. Not one of them was able to get a touch on it. Newcastle were able to clear. Paul Glenn and Cancelo with battering, absolutely. Bernie is making a difference playing more midfield, Paul. Absolutely. The rain is lashing down in Manchester at the moment. When is it not? Kevin De Bruyne almost winning the ball for City there. In fact, he was blocked off there. You have to say the referee saw nothing in it. The Newcastle player went down quite easily, but Kevin De Bruyne wasn't looking forward to getting forward further up the pitch there. But Newcastle able to clear it through DeAndre Yedlin. Raheem Sterling does well, gets back. Advantage played for Newcastle here. Independent box, Yedlin blocked by Ruben Diaz and Nathan Ake there, combining well to block the ball in by Yedlin out for a Newcastle corner. Scotty, absolutely. Cancelo making all the play. Lorraine, thank you, Lorraine. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you and Derek had a good one. Adam, yeah, Cancelo's playing out his skin tonight. Cheers, Ryan. Cheers, James. Jane, absolutely. How did he not get that in from Raheem Sterling or Bernardo Silva? Ball in by Newcastle. Nathan Ake headed away. Nathan Ake's done well tonight defensively. And again, he's just blocked a shot. He's doing very well tonight, Nathan Ake. A lot better than what he did the other night, whichever game it was that he filled in for centre-back. Ball crossing by Newcastle again. Nathan Ake going shoulder to shoulder with Fabian Schär there. Newcastle win it back. Ball, wasn't far off there. The cross, the shot curled round past the post and out for a goal kick for City. Could have had shouts for a penalty there, Newcastle. They were shouting for it, but yeah. Neil, I have blocked in, pal. Cheers, Nat. Scotty, yeah, Bernardo should have just smashed that in, shouldn't he? Not the man off the post. James Taylor, come on, City. Paul Glennon, the score, mate, is 2-0. 2-0. I love that. I love the people who are commenting right now. The banter, the absolute banter on this comment section is why I love doing it. And I love everyone who's joining with the banter in the comments. Every single one of you is absolutely brilliant. So thank you for joining me. Scotty's still nil at Everton. Oh, that's a good. Fingers crossed. Come on, Sheffield. Come on. Neil, every time the game is on, someone always ruins it. Nah, don't ruin it, Neil. Don't ruin it. Never let me get that. I have a little rant and then I move on. And it's like I say, people like you allow the banter to continue, makes it a really good live. So thank you. Once we block them, we don't need people like that on the live. We don't need people like that on the page. We try to make this a family-themed page, despite me calling them a nonce and everything. But that's out the window. I shouldn't have said that. I wish I could take it back, but it's out there now. But either way, he's blocked, he's gone, and we can move on and enjoy City. We're 2-0 up, 62 minutes played. Hopefully we score 3 more. As I was saying, Fernandinho came on for Rodri. Quite a smart move by Pep Guardiola. Rodri was on a yellow card. Did well to stop the sending off if there was ever one. Here's João Cancelo pushing further forward. João Cancelo, yeah, I take back everything I said about Raheem Sterling right now, being man of the match. João Cancelo is really, really miles ahead of anyone. KDB finds Raheem Sterling in the penalty box. Raheem Sterling taking on the man, DeAndre Yedlin, pulls it back. You can find the right pass, Sterling. He's taken down there. I think that should be a penalty, that. Oh, I tell you what, I think that will be called back for a pen. Newcastle on the ball. Nathan Ake getting a touch, winning the ball back for City. Nathan Ake again finding Fernandinho, plays it back to Ruben Diaz. Nathan Ake, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Nathan Ake, Kevin De Bruyne, one of the two. And Ruben Diaz now on the ball. I haven't got the sound up, so I don't know if they checked it and called it VAR, if VAR is operational tonight. But for me, that looked like a Stonewall penalty. Referee said no, but I'm hoping they'll check it when the ball goes out of play for a City 3-0 win. 3-0 goal. Shows third goal. Blooming heck. John Stones, right back position on the ball. João Cancelo further up the pitch. Tucks past Matt Ritchie, and he's pulled back there. João Cancelo, and it's a yellow card for Matt Ritchie. João Cancelo is playing absolutely brilliantly now. First 20 to 25 minutes, he was very quiet, but João Cancelo, somebody mentioned it earlier, João Cancelo playing out of his skin right now. Kyle Walker's got to be looking over his shoulder. VAR obviously didn't think much in that. Comments. James Hare, man of the match. Ake. Ooh. Good shout. Good shout. Very good shout. For me, my allegiance to change it is João Cancelo. Some of the people on here have won me over, but well, I'll say that. João Cancelo's performance has won me over. He's playing brilliantly now. It's Bernardo Silva on the right wing, where he's much preferred. João Cancelo on the ball. Deeper to John Stones. For ball out wide to Bernardo Silva once again. Picks up Fernandinho in the centre of the park. Nathan Ake. Forward ball to Raheem Sterling, left wing. Back to Nathan Ake. Here's Fernandinho back in the centre of the park. Crossfield ball, finding João Cancelo beautifully by Fernandinho there. Forward ball by Bernardo Silva. Pulled it infield. Raheem Sterling tried the shot, cleared by the Newcastle defender. And Miguel Almiron's only able to clear as far as Kevin De Bruyne, who takes a touch and he's pushed off the ball there. That should have been a free kick to City. It isn't. It's a throw-in to Newcastle. I don't know. That looked like a foul by the Newcastle man there. Jamal Lewis is going to come on for Newcastle now. Scotty, I would. I'd take KDB off and put Foden on. 2-0, 65 minutes played, but I'd like Aguero on. I'd like Aguero on right now. Jacob Murphy pushing forward on the ball. Oh, Josh Murphy, one of the two. Yeah, Ake wins back the ball for City. Maybe my man of the match prediction will change. Bernardo Silva. Couldn't keep it in play. Throwing to Newcastle on the far side. Sleet. Sleet is coming down at the Etihad Stadium. Very heavy sleet. Players are slipping all over the pitch. Newcastle playing it back to Caldalo in goal. Under a lot of pressure on Ilkay Gundogan. Just smashes it forward. João Cancelo using his strength well to put Joel Linton off. He doesn't just quite do it. And he wins back the ball for City, Bernardo Silva. John Stones. Ball crossed the other direction. The field of play to Nathan Ake. Pulls it infield to Fernandinho. And Joel Linton has gone down again, holding his hip, in which he injured early on this game. Must be the same place in which... oh, no, it's his back this time. Well, he's got his hands down his pants. Shouldn't be doing that on national TV, pal. National TV, on BT TV. Just seeing a replay here of the penalty. That should have been a penalty. I'm sorry. He stood on his foot and he went down, Raheem Sterling. Anywhere else on the pitch, other than the penalty box, that would have been a free kick. Anywhere else. He stood on his foot and he went down, quite rightly. That should have been a penalty to City. Should have been a penalty to City. I'm sorry, but nothing ever goes our way with VAR. And that's for Liverpool. Liverpool would have been getting a red card. Liverpool would have been getting a penalty and a red card for DeAndre Yedlin there. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Scotty, 70 minutes played, and it's still 0-0 at Everton. And he just wants to come off, I think. Yeah, I think so. He's back on the pitch now. Shane Mullen went down like a fairy. Fairy wearing holding a handbag, pal. If you weren't here before, as you say, I had a rant about handbags. James said, get Foden on so we can see that silver goal celebration tribute again. Paul Glenn, so if he stood on his knee, it would be in a penalty. I think you have to stand on his head to be remotely linked to a penalty for City. Rita Dunlop, oh my goodness, that should have been penalty VAR. Absolutely, should have been. Now, where's Klopp when you need him? Oh, I love you lot commenting. Absolutely love you lot commenting. It is Ruben Diaz on the ball. That's tickled me, that. Nick Fadaki playing the ball forward, trying to find Raheem Sterling. Fabian Schär cuts out the pass, however. Defending quite well, actually. 70 minutes played. City 2, Newcastle 0. Nathan Ake winning the ball back for City. I tell you what, it's between Nathan Ake and João Cancelo for my man of the match right now. Here's João Cancelo on the ball. Oh, I just couldn't get there. Miguel Almiron, who's playing more defensively today, is able to cut back and win back the ball for Newcastle. And you have to feel for Miguel Almiron. He's trying to make things happen for Newcastle, but the ball's just been playing backwards rather than forward, and he looks absolutely shattered and run off his feet. That lad could probably play so much better in a more attacking team. Bernardo Silva laying it off to Ferran Torres. Ball crossed into the space of the penalty area. Cleared. Well, the linesman's holding up. Is that an offside? No, it can't be an offside. It came off Fabian Schär. Anyway, corner to City. 70th minute played. Corner to City. I think Ake doing a great job. He's really playing well. He's really impressed me tonight as Nathan Ake. Hey, and now we're under threat. I think it's going to be 3-2 to Newcastle. Carroll has come on. Oh dear. City be wary. City be wary. Short corner from Kevin De Bruyne. João Cancelo. Laying it off to Kevin De Bruyne. Can't get the ball back in. João Cancelo might get there before he doesn't get there before it goes out, but it is a throw into City on the far side, which João Cancelo is going to take. Finds Kevin De Bruyne. Back to João Cancelo. To Bernardo Silva. Ilkay Gundogan. John Stones. Bernardo Silva. John Stones again. Crossing the field of play to Nathan Ake. Beautiful ball by John Stones. Well chested down by Nathan Ake, who just plays it back to Ruben Diaz for a bit more calm and composure on the ball. John Stones trying to drive forward, because the space for John Stones, Newcastle players just dropped straight off him. João Cancelo, right wing position. Ilkay Gundogan, João Cancelo, back to Bernardo Silva. Ball played across the field of play into the centre circle, into Ruben Diaz. Nathan Ake. Kevin De Bruyne, Nathan Ake once again. Back to Ruben Diaz, who plays it right across to John Stones. No forward balls from City yet. They just seem to keep an hold of possession, which is quite really like. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo once again. Ball by João Cancelo. He's onside there. Bad looks of things. Ferran Torres into the penalty box. 1-1 with the keeper. Oh, it was a good chance by Ferran Torres through the legs of the keeper. And the linesman's brought it back for an offside. Well played linesman to let the play go on there. If City had found the back of the net, it would have gone to VAR. But then again, saying that, it would have gone to VAR. Oh, it was a mile offside, actually. Mile offside. Jane Trurian, it's when I see atrocious weather like that, I'm glad to be an opinionated fan sat on the sofa than a player. Paul Glenn, must be time for Sergio. Yeah, absolutely. 17 and a half minutes left to play plus added time. You'd think Sergio would be on by now. Get a few minutes in game time. Newcastle on the ball. Longstaff. Almiron. Back to Longstaff. Ball played infield to Fabian Schär. The centre circle. Federico Fernandez. Murphy. Joe Linton, Yedlin on the right side, intercepted by Nathan Ake and out for a throw into Newcastle, which take quickly. Jacob Murphy. Nathan Ake winning the ball back for City again. I tell you what, it's so close now. I think I've just edged towards Nathan Ake being my man of the match. He's been absolutely solid at the back. Probably the reason why Newcastle have been so limited in attacks. He's won so many balls back for City tonight, Nathan Ake. He's won so many headers as well. Here's Newcastle on the attack now. John Stones, Ruben Diaz back. Jack Cancelo's just won the ball back for City. Stop it, lads. You're making it too hard. Not that. Laney, before you jump down my throat and think of something else I just said. Don't do that. John Stones, João Cancelo on the ball now. Lorraine, absolutely fabulous play, Nathan Ake. James saying must be time for Aguero. Also crack me up, Dan. Andy Carroll, Lorraine, that's his name. I can't think of his first name for some reason. Awful with first names today. Rita Dunlop, come on, City, one more, absolutely. I need 3 more, Rita. I need 3 more. Predicted 5-0. 3 more. Ryan, Newcastle going for a game of hoofball now. I think they have been all game, to be fair, pal. The problem is that hoofball is a bit more direct in the second half. Fernandinho, John Stones. Back to Fernandinho. A nice bit of dribbling. Fernandinho, back to John Stones. Pulls it back all the way to Ederson. Shane, wonder how many passes City have made. There could be a hell of a lot, but a lot of passes. Ball played over the top. Raheem Sterling can't get. Oh, the keeper parried it off Raheem Sterling's head all the way out to Kevin De Bruyne. The charge forward, slows the play down, plays it out wide to Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo, ball driven in. Oh, if Ferran Torres had just got a little touch on that, that would be in the back of the net. Oh, beautiful ball played in by João Cancelo there. Just needed someone on the end. The ball by Ederson there was absolutely stupendous. Cardalo parried the ball into the shoulder of Raheem Sterling. It kept going back out only as far as Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne has just picked out the right pass rather than having a shot. So close to being 3-0 up. City should have had a handful of goals tonight. Handful of goals, but it's still 15 minutes to play for added time. City 2, Newcastle 0. Neil, why again is Pep taking so long to make more subs? Well, yeah, he's made one so far. I'll give him credit for. He made a right tactical substitution in my eyes as well. But yeah, I do think we should be making another. Get Foden on or Sergio Aguero. Paul Glennon. 2-0, pal. 2-0. Sergio Aguero is warming up. Sergio Aguero is getting his marching orders, getting his tactic order. He's been told what to do. Sergio Aguero is about to come on for City. Get in. Okay, Gundogan. Ball played infield to Fernandinho. Well played. Fernandinho, almost picking out Raheem Sterling with a through ball. Newcastle win back possession, however. KDB needs to come off, sadly. Scotty, I'd agree with that. Jane, don't worry about replying to Paul. He's taking the mick out of that lad band about 10-15 minutes ago. James Taylor, don't start. Paul Glennon, we haven't even said Diaz's name all match. Well, he's not really done much in terms of defending Diaz. John Stones and Diaz have done a lot more passing. It's Nathan Ake that's done the defending. And it's Ferran Torres going off for Sergio Aguero there. Getting a goal tonight, Ferran Torres. He's played well, in fact. Quiet on his normal self. Getting a good head pat by Pep. Saying, why don't you get more? No, it's not. Said, well done, lad. And Sergio Aguero's come on the pitch and looking at the state of that weather. He's immediately regretting the idea of accepting. He should have done a Carlos Tevez and refused to come on because that weather is atrocious. Is João Cancelo on the far hand side? Can you get far hand? It's like Lee Evans with the distant relatives, far hand relatives. Nathan Ake playing the ball over the top, almost finding Sergio Aguero, but cut out by Fabian Schär. 77.5 minutes played. City 2, Newcastle 0. 2-0, Paul Glennon. Ball cleared as far as Andy Carroll. World's best striker. Ball played well over the top to DeAndre Yedlin, who does get there. He's got Nathan Ake in support for City, though. Ball played past Nathan Ake. Fernandinho getting back. Ball shot. Ederson had to parry. It was on target. João Cancelo laying it off to John Stones, who clears it as far as Sergio Aguero. Can't get a decent enough touch on it. And Newcastle come away with the ball once again. Ball played out wide to Miguel Almiron on the left-hand side. Ball crossed in. Nathan Ake under a bit of pressure there, but he didn't need to do anything. Ball puts, he gets the header and blocks the cross. Nathan Ake again. Oh, I don't know. João Cancelo and Nathan Ake. It's between them two. It's between them two, my man of the match. And I just can't pick between them. If you could just cut the man of the match, Andy Carroll getting the head. Oh, he smashes his head onto the side of John Stones there. John Stones is down on the deck. Looks in some discomfort there. Rolled onto his back, John Stones. Jesus Christ, you'd want the towel. It's absolutely smashing it down. Oh, no, it wasn't the head. Andy Carroll got up with his elbow and elbowed John Stones in the side of the head. Oh, good lad, John Stones getting back up. Well played, lad. Well played. That was nasty. Well played. You can hear my clap all the way from York. You can hear my clap, lad. Get up. That's it. Absolutely. Well classed. Well classed. I'm coming up with some absolute dribble tonight. John Stones on the ball. He's doing a bit of dribbling himself. Turns to Harry Kane here. Ruben Diaz. Nathan Ake. Forward ball to Raheem Sterling. Infield pass by Raheem Sterling. Poor. Kevin De Bruyne wins back the ball, but Raheem Sterling wasn't on the wavelength. Fernandinho is bottom the ball for City. Here's KDB. Given infield. That's a foul by Fabian Schär. That should be a yellow card of referee, and it is. Foul on KDB by Fabian Schär. City have a free kick midway in Newcastle's half. Scotty Cancelo created both attacks for goals and playing unreal. Can't convince me otherwise. Well, I can. Nathan Ake looks like Ruud Gullit, who's one of the best players the Premier League's ever seen, or the First Division's ever seen. I don't know what argument that was. He played for Chelsea. What the absolute dribble was I on about then? Anyway, City have the ball back through Ruben Diaz. Out wide to John Stones. Cancelo launch Stone. No. Ball played out wide. Here's João Cancelo right hand side in the penalty box. Crossfield, Sergio Aguero. Oh, he can't find the back of the net. Beautiful ball by João Cancelo. Sergio Aguero should have been smashing that into the back of the net, but he can't find it. Oh, what a ball. A link-up play by João Cancelo and Kevin De Bruyne. João Cancelo takes it in the penalty box. Ball was absolutely inch-perfect by João Cancelo. Sergio Aguero should have been smashing that high into the roof of the net. Instead, he bounced it into the ground and it's straight into the parried arms of the goalkeeper, Caldalo. Sergio. Oh, Sergio Aguero can't find the back of the net. You know, something's wrong. Nathan Ake taking a throw into City. Finds Sergio Aguero. Straight to a Newcastle man. Longstaff. Yedlin. Fernandez. Yedlin. Fernandez. Ake. Sterling. Still Sterling. Fernandinho. Kevin De Bruyne. Can we have Ake back in? It's easier to say. Kevin De Bruyne. Stones on the far side. Out wide to Bernardo Silva. To be fair, I completely forgot Bernardo Silva was playing. KDB. Costa. Ake. There we go. Ake still on the ball. Fernandinho. Kevin De Bruyne dropping deeper to link up with Fernandinho once again, who's on the ball again. Put it back to Ruben Diaz. Oh, 80th minute. Gylfi Sigurdsson has put Everton 1-0 up. Oh, come on. Nathan Ake tried to clear the ball up. Headed out of play by DeAndre Yedlin for a City throw-in. Bugger. They said, Dan, we'll get you to come on with the magic sponge. Yeah, the magic sponge is overrated now, isn't it? It's the handbag sponge is what it was, mate. Yeah, everyone's saying Everton must have been far behind with the BT score. Scotty, shut up. True, at least it was a nat outcome with a magic sponge. No, you would not. We know you would. João Cancelo in the penalty box. Pulls it back. Bernardo Silva. Kevin De Bruyne. Put it more directly infield to Ruben Diaz. Out wide to Nathan Ake. Man of the match, Nathan Ake. Drops it infield to Fernandinho. Is it out wide to the poor João Cancelo, who's been lackluster all game. Puts a back pass to Kevin De Bruyne. Poor play by João Cancelo. Here's Nathan Ake, man of their match. Looks for that forward ball. Finds Okay Gundogan. Back to Nathan Ake. Under pressure, Nathan Ake plays a back pass to Ruben Diaz. Here's John Stones. Kevin De Bruyne. Ruben Diaz. Here's Nathan Ake once again. Absolutely amazing. Great 2-yard pass to Fernandinho. Absolutely amazing pass by Nathan Ake. Here's Bernardo Silva. Fernandinho. Ruben Diaz. Andy Carroll's pushing City back a little bit. First time I think I've ever said that about anything related to Andy Carroll. Kevin De Bruyne, forward ball. Sergio Aguero in the penalty box, takes it past the keeper, goes down. If that's not a penalty, that should be a yellow card. They are going to check that. Well, this is the bad thing about having. Oh, I think it was just offside. It should have been a penalty though. Oh no, he got the ball. Keeper got the ball. No penalty. No penalty. Keeper got the ball. I'm going to be fair in my commentary. Keeper got the ball there. Oh no, I think he's been judged offside, Sergio. Oh no. No, keeper got the ball. Good decision, VAR. And that's the booze talking. Good. Raheem Sterling picks up the loose pass from Callum and plays off the back of Kevin De Bruyne. Can't control the ball well, but he's still got it, Kevin De B. That was a shot. Rebounds off the first Newcastle man. Bernardo Silva tries to play KDB. Goes down on his knees. The pass didn't come off to Bernardo Silva there. Instead of staying on his feet to try and win the ball back for City early on, it goes down to his knees there. And he's like, no. Here's João Cancelo doing okay to get past 3 Newcastle players there. Finds Nathan Ake. Forward open pass to Raheem Sterling. Beautiful pass by Nathan Ake. I'll be a bit more. Yeah. Fernandinho. Back pass to John Stones. 86-minute played. City's still 2-0 up. Should have been 4, maybe even 5-0 up tonight, to be fair. Here's Bernardo Silva on the right-hand side. Kevin De Bruyne, a more right-back position. Looking for that forward pass. He's complaining no one's there for him, which is correct. Bernardo Silva drops back to pick up the pass. KDB back again. More centre-back position. KDB is the furthest Man City player back other than Edison. What the f is going on? Here's Ruben Diaz under a lot of pressure from Newcastle players. Managed to find Ilkay Gundogan, whose first time pass goes out for a Newcastle throw-in in the near touchline. Squeaky bum time. 2-0 up and squeaky bum time still happens for City. Pep's complaining about Summit. He's always complaining, but no action from Pep normally. But, you know, he's made all 3 substitutions tonight. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's made 2, hasn't he? Newcastle breakthrough on the right. Ball crossed in. Fernandinho with the header away. Ball lofted in. Andy Carroll gets there before João Cancelo. That was poor defended by João Cancelo. João Cancelo gets booked because of a very poor defensive challenge. That's why João Cancelo is not my man of the match, because you don't see Nathan Ake giving away a free kick today and getting booked for it. Nathan Ake is my man of the match. No, I can't take, in all seriousness, I can't take anything away from João Cancelo tonight. He's allowed to have a reckless challenge. Not that was even reckless. I don't even think he touched Andy Carroll there. But he has been spot on tonight, João Cancelo. But at the same time, so is Nathan Ake. Josh Murphy on the ball, free kick, whipped in. Ilkay Gundogan with the header away. DeAndre Yedlin. Raheem Sterling on the break here. Acres of space up in front. Looking for that pass. He pulls it back. Crosses it infield to KDB. Newcastle cut it out. Oh, okay. Ilkay Gundogan gets the block in, but no, Newcastle able to come away with the ball. Who's Fabian Schär? Almost intercepted there by Bernardo Silva. We find DeAndre Yedlin. Back to Fabian Schär. 88.5 minutes played. Newcastle 0, City 2. Raheem almost wins back the ball for City. Newcastle play it back to Federico Fernandez at centre-back position for Newcastle. '90th minute played. Still 2-2. 2-0, even 2-2. DeAndre Yedlin pushing forward. Josh Murphy, centre of the park. Bog shipped in. Andy Coward ahead. Cleared by John Stones. Kevin De Bruyne with the clearance, so to speak. Offside. Newcastle judged there. Oh, Yoga Arijaya. Yaya, whatever how you pronounce it, you're getting blocked and all, you absolute tool. It's not 4-0, it's not 3-0, and it's not 4-0. Don't ignore him, he's an absolute clown. So yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, I'm enjoying these blockings tonight. And seriously, on a serious run, I know I've been joking a lot tonight. I've tried to be very upbeat and happy tonight. It's the 90th minute, and Phil Foden's just coming on for Ilkay Gundogan. The 90th minute. I'm sorry, but Pep Guardiola is ruining that young lad's career at an early age. He really is. He's not going to get anywhere near the amount of games he deserves if he keeps coming on for cameo appearances with 3 minutes of added time left to do something to warrant a start in the next match. I'm sorry, but if I was Phil, if under Pep Guardiola, this is his future, he's just won the ball back for City and lays it off to John Stones. Sergio Aguero trying to get there. Caldalo comes out and plays the ball, but I'm sorry, but Pep Guardiola is really beginning to get on my wick about Phil Foden right now. He's got so much ability and so much promise. He's just ruining it. Absolutely ruining it. This was supposed to be the future heir to David Silva, and we all saw it. What the hell is happening? But who are we to question a mighty Pep Guardiola? You know, we're 2-0 up and I'm still ranting about Pep Guardiola. Nathan Ake winning the ball back for City. Heads it straight to Carroll, but that's not the point. Wins back the ball for City. Raheem Sterling doing some defensive headers. And Nathan Ake wins back the ball for City again. Nathan Ake is man of the match for me. Man of the match for me. Hands down. So a quick gander. Janet. 1.5 minutes of added time left to play. I'm not a big fan of Cancelo, but have to concede he's having half decent game tonight. Ake's class. Rita, love the way you get rid of folk, lad. No nonsense, Rita. No nonsense. It's been great past few games. Can't fault him. Ryan, I'd agree with Ake, man of the match. I don't want blocking. James Taylor, Pep is a joke with subs. Absolutely. Gentry, you're on phone tonight. You could get man of the match in this race. I love you lot. Absolutely love you lot. 1 minute left to play. Pep Guardiola has been an absolute wuss with his handbag out, with his hood up, a big puffy jacket. It's turned into, hang on, can I say puffy jacket? Obviously, that's not meant in the circumstance of what some clowns out there were there. But anyway, he's turned into Arsene Wenger. Raheem Sterling on the left wing here. Pulls it back to Phil Foden under challenge from Newcastle players. Still retains possession, Phil Foden. Passed by Nathan Ake. Finds Kevin De Bruyne. Puts it back to Ruben Diaz. Well controlled by City. 20 seconds left to play. We're going to see this game out all the way back to Edison. Well played, City. Well played. It's been a good game. Good, solid game for City tonight. Bernardo Silva. John Stones. Forward ball to Phil Foden. Fernandinho. Bernardo Silva. Back to John Stones. 2 seconds. 1 second. 93 minutes. Clearance by Edison. And there's your full-time whistle, Blues. Full-time whistle. City get another 3 points, capitalise on the points dropped by the Scum and Chelsea today as we move on and up the table. I'll get the final score of Everton at some point today. Hopefully, I'm hoping Sheffield United equalise, but City 2-0 winners. Very, very good game tonight for City. Very convincing game. You know, no player had a bad game. Some players were quiet. Some vast array of players tonight, especially the likes of Kevin De Bruyne for me. João Cancelo, especially after the first 20 minutes, improved massively throughout the game. I know I've had a bit of banter with a lot of everyone between João Cancelo and Nathan Ake about who should be man of the match. A lot of you were saying João Cancelo, but for me, Nathan Ake just edges it. He's been absolutely solid. Granted, it's only Newcastle, but he's won nearly every header he's been involved in. His passing's been brilliant. Winning back possession for City's been absolutely first class. Take nothing away from João Cancelo. He's been City's biggest threat today. You know, when he gets the ball, he's looking to drive forward. He's played some beautiful balls in that should have been found to have found the back of the net from. A lot of the goals started through attacks started from João Cancelo. But in the end, it's a massive 3 points to City. I'm hoping Sheffield United equalise. However, I don't think they did. Everton have won that. So that means we will move up to 5th place with a game in hand on a couple of teams. We go about a point or two above Chelsea with a game in hand against them, which is fantastic news as well. And I'll bring you the table in just a moment. I'll just read through some of the comments before I disappear. Oh, Tom's back. Hello, Tom. For a minute, you'd look like you'd rather be in bed than anywhere else, pal.
I'm struggling, pal. That was a good game, that though, wasn't it? I enjoyed that.
It was cracking. A really solid, consistent performance. No fanning about, no messing about. Great defending, good attacking. The only thing Everton did win, 1-0. The only bad side is we didn't make it free through Sergio Aguero or Raheem Sterling or KDB.
Do you know what? It was Sergio's chance. That reminded me of his first goal for City. When David Silva pulled it back, and it really was like, oh, never mind. But
on the back and falling over, just find the back of the net.
Yeah, but no, a good win.
That's it.
You say Ake's man of the match for you. Cancelo played brilliant tonight. Cancelo, what a player we got there.
Both of those two, without a doubt, hands down, City's two best players tonight, hands down, without a doubt. But for me, just for the full game performance, Ake's man of the match. And we are, I'll just interrupt again. We are moved up to 5th, 14 games played. Aston Villa are a point behind us with a game in hand. We have played one game less than Chelsea, who are 1 point behind us, and we move up to 5th. A point behind United, level on games, and 2 points behind Leicester with a game to play against them, and Everton again to play against them with a better goal difference. So all in all, if we win our game in hand, we will move up to 2nd place.
It's not too bad, that actually, is it? It seems to be coming along nicely. Another clean sheet tonight. Ederson, I thought, when called upon, did really well. That little assist he nearly made for City was an absolute pearl. That 70-yard ping, wasn't it? But Everton in 48 hours, Blues. Big game that for us now. Big game. Massive
game for us.
So
and then we've got Chelsea after it, so 2 huge games in terms of where we are in the league coming up.
Yeah, massively. We're just hitting the right time and the right vein of form, aren't we? Which is pleasing me greatly. And I'm just looking through Twitter and Facebook now, and very very easy that tonight. It's I mentioned beforehand I wasn't particularly worried by Newcastle, and I was right not to be. They didn't take their chances as well as they could have done. They could have got more. When Carroll came on, they had plenty of opportunities to get the ball into the box, and they just didn't seem to want to cross it in. I don't know why they're not taking risks. So there's no risks tonight, were they? Especially with 2-0 down with 10-15 minutes left to go.
Funnily enough, I mentioned that with Miguel Almiron for Newcastle. He was the only one that was the attacking player that was tracking back, winning the ball back for Newcastle, and then trying to bomb forward. I think it was about the 70th minute. He won back the ball in left-back position, played it to Matt Ritchie, who's naturally a left-back. And instead of playing the through balls to Miguel Almiron, who'd completely gone forward, making a run in acres of space, he pulled it back and played it infield and played it back to his defender, rather than playing that ball forward. And I felt so bad for Miguel Almiron because he ran his heart out tonight, and then Steve Bruce takes him off. You throw Andy Carroll on to try and nick a goal with a header, and you take off arguably the best attacking player Newcastle have got, and bring on a defender. I think they brought on.
Oh, it's
mental, absolutely mental.
Well, that's where they are where they are, and we are where we are. We seem to be.
Yeah.
I think scoring 2 goals is good as well. The clean sheet was brilliant tonight. I really wanted a clean sheet. We're very much clean sheet FC at the moment, aren't we? Once we can start scoring goals. Do you think Sergio's going to start on the 28th against Everton?
He has to, considering we haven't got Jesus. We can't go another game with Ferran Torres, Raheem Sterling, and Bernardo Silva as our front three. We need a goal getter. Granted, he should have scored tonight. I think that's just rustiness. He's not played many games. He's just coming back from injury. He needs to start for me against Everton. Needs to.
Yeah, I agree, pal. I think it'd be great to see him playing, and Everton won't want to see him playing either. So that just says everything for it, doesn't it? So yeah, happy with that.
I'll just give before I know you want to get off because you're absolutely shattered, pal. I'll just run through a quick few important things. Just to this comment, I just want to reread out again, Nick. You can sort of tell where the live's gone. There have been 2 blocks tonight, unfortunately, because of people being absolutely stupid. I was absolutely battered, very verbally with abuse by one person, and another one was basically taking the piss out of everybody and putting false scorelines, false reports out. And Ryan Askew, a very, very regular fan favourite to the page, and we love him. And so I agree with Ake man of the match. I don't want to get blocked. But no, there's a load of you. I'm obviously going to read this one out. Jane Chewin on form tonight. Dan, you could have got man of the match at this rate.
I agree. I always listen to you. I watch the game and listen to your commentary, pal. That's always
good lad. Let's have a look. Lorraine being spot on tonight. Has been very positive every minute, saying we can get another goal. James Taylor in Pep We Trust, lol. Scotty being absolutely cracking with the comments tonight. Bored of Pep personally. Shoddy tactic. Oh no, I'm not going to read the full of that one out. Come on, we won 2-0, mate. Have a bit of oomph about it.
Shoddy tactics.
Shoddy tactics. Shoddy tactics are boring. Who have been shite this whole season.
I bet he's one that wants Pep out as well.
Oh, he's a Maris lover, Scotty. He's a Maris, Scotty. Scotty's also gone for Cancelo, man of the match, for Ake, close behind. He's getting blocked. And Rita, who's recently come on to the page and started commenting, one more, please, Blues lads. I think that was before the game. Thanks, Neil.
Oh, you've gone quiet, Dan. Dan, I don't know if you can hear me, mate, but I can't hear you. A
lot of thank yous. Thank you, everyone. But yeah, that's me done. Thanks for joining me. Glad you enjoyed the game. Glad you enjoyed the commentary and a bit of banter, as always. And I'll be on live for Everton, in which Tom is probably about to promote because he's got one of his very drunken 2 a.m. friends join us on that one. How
very dare you?
It's factually correct.
It's very true. Yeah, we're doing it live. We've got an Everton fan joining us live on that as well. As long as he's still got the kahunas to come and join us and have a bit of fun. So that should be interesting. Don't forget, guys, we show a lot of stuff on YouTube. Get yourself on YouTube and give us a follow on there as soon as you can. We get content every other day at the minute, which is great. Obviously, it's not just Facebook where we do stuff. Like, share other comments for us. And yeah, we love you lots. And well done again, Dan. Brilliant performance that by you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Now you get to bed.
I'm so tired. Have a lovely evening, Blues. Thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you soon.
All the best, everyone. Cheers.